Hey there everyone, welcome to today's live stream. Hope you're all doing fantastically. Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about how to grow a profitable business online. How to grow your business online. That's what we're going to be talking about today. As you guys are tuning in, let me know where you're tuning in from. And we're going to get started in a couple of minutes. Today we're talking about how to grow a business online. That's what we're talking about today. There's three main things that we go through when you're looking to grow a business online. There's three main focus points. And we're going to be talking about those today, how to grow your business online, right? So if you're a coach, a consultant, you're somebody with a service in some way, shape or form, right? This is super relevant for you guys with relation to growing a business online, right? So there's three main things we're going to be going through today, how to grow your business online. As you guys are tuning in, what I want you to do is share the stream, like the stream, allow more people to see this information. So today we're going to be talking about the how to grow your business online. That's what we're going to be talking about today, how to grow your business online. So as you guys are tuning in, like and share the stream. We've got some really, really cool stuff. Three main things that we're going to be sharing with you today in order to do this and in order to scale fast, right? So we're not just talking about, slow paced, etc., right? Today, what we're going to be talking about is how to grow it fast, how to really get market depth really quickly and start getting some results. And there's three main areas that we're going to focus on today. Because for a lot of people, right, a lot of people are wanting to do this, or they're trying to do this, or they're being way too far complicated, right, in order to grow it fast, right? And you can add anywhere from, you could add 10 grand a month quite quickly doing this. You could add a lot more than that, right? Just different strategy to be able to do more, but it's like a rinse and repeatable strategy with that as well. So this is what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about how to grow your business online, right? And we're going to be talking about three main steps. As you're tuning in, let us know where you're tuning in from as well, right? Because I'd love to hear from you guys about it all and what's been going on. So we're going to get started in a couple of minutes now. Just waiting for a few more people to jump on. Talking about how to grow your business online today. That's what we're talking about. Okay, so when it comes to being able to do this, for a lot of people, they overcomplicate things. A lot of people overcomplicate things, right? So they say, I need a funnel, 1 million funnels. I'm going to help anybody who farts in my direction about my product and service. I am going to, have a download. I'm going to have a, 10 different target markets. I'm going to have, I'm going to do Facebook. I'm going to do Instagram. I'm going to do LinkedIn. I'm going to do Google. I'm going to have a website, right? I'm going to, I'm going to, when I'm this next part's probably for people that are just starting out as well. But, I'm going to have a full team doing everything for me, right? I don't want to learn things. I want to do it. I'll just get somebody else to do it. But it's the same thing. It's like champagne taste on a beer budget, right? So a lot of people have a tendency to overcomplicate things at the start. They think that they need to sort of, do all of this stuff at the start and overcomplicate things, or even if they just first time ever taking things online, right? They're just overcomplicating things and making things too hard for themselves. And then they say, hey, I'm going to do $1 million this year because, Joe Smith did $1 million this year. And, in his first year. But really, the truth behind it, he'd been doing it for probably 5 years beforehand, right? the truth behind it is he'd probably been doing different things for 5 years before that, before he went out and he did his first million in his first year, like a quote unquote, first million in his first year, but he'd been preparing with it for 5 years prior, right? And that's just the little details that are missing from a lot of these conversations. So a lot of people, right, they're just overcomplicating things. So when it comes to how to grow your business online, like you don't like do this sort of stuff, right? You don't overcomplicate things. You don't need 1 million funnels. You don't need to help anybody that farts in your direction. You don't need 10 different target markets and start serving absolutely everybody. You don't need to focus on Facebook, LinkedIn, IG, Google, have a website and a funnel. You don't need all of this to get started, right? To really start scaling it online, you don't need all of this sort of stuff. For a lot of people, as I said, they just have a tendency to overcomplicate things, therefore they get absolutely nowhere, right? So when it comes to growing your business online, you need a little bit less than this. Actually, in fucking truth, you need to get rid of all of this, right? So when it comes to, I guess, sort of what you do need, right? You only really need 3 main things that I'm going to speak to you guys about today. 3 main things that you will need in order to really start getting some serious results. So that's 3 things. And like and share the stream. So, if this can just get out to one more person, right, that needs to hear this, that's overcomplicating things at the moment, right? That's our job done, right? Help us along this way, right? Too many people are worrying right now. There's too many warriors in the world. We want to turn more people into a warrior, right? So if you want to be a warrior, type below warrior. If you would prefer to be a warrior than a warrior. Play with words. So there's 3 main things that you are going to have to implement, right, in order to really start getting some traction fast. And I'm talking you could get to, disclaimer, not all of you are going to do this, right? Some of you will get to 10K a month, some could do to 20 really quickly with this, some to get to 30K a month by doing this as well, okay? So, not saying that any of you will do that, right? Because it's a different mindset to do this. This is a very different mindset. Or you've got to have a mind shift, right? So in order to do this, you got to have more of a mind shift. You got to shift away from the current way that you are doing things. Shift away from what a lot of people are telling you to do, right? And start doing more of this. So the way it works is as simple as this. Number 1, you need 1 target market. Okay? So there's a reason why this one's number 1. You need 1 target market. Only 1. Now, you might be like, Jarrod, I serve absolutely everyone. Oh, yes, I understand you serve absolutely everyone. I understand, right? However, 1 target market to start with. Pick one. Pick one. Like you hear about niching and all this sort of stuff, right? You're niching down. You can niche right down with 1 product. I've spoken about this several times on the page before, right? If you're looking to get some real quick market depth and you're looking to do it really fast, okay, because you're impatient, like I am. I'm a little bit impatient, right? You select 1 target market, right? But that's not only your product, right? Your product is a niche on its own, right? But also the 1 target market, like I like industry. So I like industries as target markets as well, right? Like niching down, I like niching down into industries. So what will this do for you, right? Should you do this, what will happen? Because what will happen is you'll get super relevance, right? So the relevance that you will achieve is I'm speaking directly to 1 specific industry or 1 specific type of person about 1 specific type of product and challenge and problem that they've gone. So I'm going from the generalist to the specialist. Okay? So I'm going from a generalist to a specialist. I'll give you an example. There is the general practitioner doctor, right? He's a general practitioner. He serves everybody. with all different types of sicknesses. Then there's the specialist, which is like, say, the cancer specialist, who specializes in helping people that have cancer and specific types of cancer even sometimes. Now, the general practitioner per hour gets paid maybe a quarter of what the specialist is, okay? So by you going and using the specialist's approach to start with, what you're going to find is that you'll be able to charge specialists wages, right? Dollars for what it is that you do, okay? And naturally, as part of that, what's going to happen is because you're targeting one industry and you've got that one product and one problem, what's happening as a result is that you are then getting market depth a lot quicker because people are looking at you as the most relevant person to be able to help them with all of their challenges. Okay? So narrowing this down just at the start as the first one area of focus is going to give you so much relevance and help you become the go-to person a lot quicker. Okay? So you've got to have that target, right? You got to really specialize it down, become the specialist for a certain type of person, right, or industry, and really start getting some market depth from that, right? So that's number one. Number two is once you've got that, you have got to work on how to attract and convert, right? So really, I'm probably getting to 4 for this, okay? So you're growing your business online. You've narrowed down who it is that you're targeting, what you're doing, all that type of stuff. You've narrowed it right down. Now you got to work out a way to attract and convert, okay? So number one, you got to put something in front of these people to capture attention, right? And it's pretty darn simple to find ways to attract somebody. It comes down to your own personal research into that particular target. Start speaking the language of that particular person. Understand what's going on in their mind when they've got that problem, and dive deeper into that, right? And really start providing a solution or a desire or something there that's going to get them excited, okay? Then next level to that, it's converting. Now that we've attracted them, it's about converting that person into dollars, right? So you got to have a sales process that is in depth and a sales process that adds value and have a reason for someone to want to do that. Okay? So you got to really work out ways to attract. You got to really work out ways to really start converting, okay, these particular people. It's okay to attract, but the attract without the convert is worth nothing to you. Worth nothing to your business, right? There's no dollars coming in. There's just dollars going out, and you're going nowhere with it, okay? So that's the second step. The second step is you got to work out ways to attract and convert prospects that are coming in, okay? Lead magnets, whatever else you want to call it, blah, 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 right? So that's number two. Number two is you got to find ways to attract and convert people. Number three, what do you think number 3 is? What do you think number 3 is? Hit it in the comments. I'll give away 5 nights in Thailand or Bali. Accommodation covered. Who can guess it? 5 nights in Bali or Thailand. Who can guess number 3? You guys have 30 seconds. Who we got on here today? Welcome, Serena. Welcome to the call. I'm not sure who else is on. We've got some other people on. Normally I can see who's on, but I cannot today. Hit us in the comments, right? So if you can guess number 3, what's the number 3 that you need in order to start getting some traction fast on your growing your business online? How do you go about doing that, right? What's the third one you guys believe that you would need in order to really start getting some serious results in your online business. Because there's one sort of major one, right? This is where you really start getting the scale, and this is where you'll really see how you start getting to that 10 to 30 grand a month plus, right? Yeah, 100%. So I'm going to wrap this one up shortly, and I'm just going to tell you guys what it is. But if you can guess, there's, a stay in Bali or Thailand. Accommodation covered, that is. So let me know. Accommodation only. Just get your flights. You'll get cheap flights there anyway now. Okay, doesn't look like there's any. That's okay. Number 3 is this. Is your model. Your business model. You must have a business model that is scalable. Okay? And more importantly, it is the pricing. I speak about this on several different videos before as well, and it's very relevant to any of you that are running online businesses, coaching, consulting, service-based type businesses, right? So when you're looking to grow it online, right, it's very different to offline, right? Offline is connection. It's many different other aspects to offline, relationships, networks, all that type of stuff. Online, very, very different, right? So there's these 3 main areas. The model is really, really important. So there's a couple of areas around the model that you must be putting in place. Number 1, it's got to be leverageable. Okay, it's got to be leverageable. It's got to enable you to bring more and more people through into it. That not necessarily is costing you more time. Okay. You got to find ways to be able to move your model towards that so that you can get some leverage. Number 2 is the pricing, having a higher priced service to sell, right, through this process. So when I talk about attracting and converting a higher priced service, so that price of that service, meaning in the thousands of dollars, right? So my thoughts is you would want a product that is around that sort of $5K mark and up, right? Around that $5,000 mark and up. Reason why is because $5,000 in the bank as opposed to $1,000 is going to give you more options, more ability to scale, more ability to be able to put into marketing, more return on investment, right? It'll enable you to grow really quickly. And then if you look at it getting to, say, 10 grand a month, it's 2 of those a month. So you got to do 1 sale a fortnight, right? Very, very achievable, right? If you look at Australia, there's 20 odd million people in Australia. You got to find 2 people to pay you 5K to get to 10 grand a month, right? You find 4 people at 5K to get to 20. You find 6 to be able to get to 30, right? So at 6, that's like 1.2 a week. Is that right? Yeah, roundabouts. 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 a week, something like that. So, it's really just a simple math, right, to be able to do that. And there's 20 odd million people in Australia, let alone the world. Let alone the world. So these are the 3 main areas that should be your focus to really start scaling your business online. I'm talking about really start scaling, okay? And, it's as simple as this. The math is very simple. And if you're the key to all of this, I'm telling you right now, the key to all of this, right, is relevance. Okay, so if you're looking to do this faster, you got to find ways to become more relevant to people. And it's not just niching on the product, but it's also niching down into a specific type of person, right? I talk about in previous videos around the different ways you can niche. I mean, you're just niching to one product is a way of niching. However, if you further niche it down further to become a specialist, right? Specialist, that's when you're really going to start getting the market depth, right? Which is what it's about. It's depth and specialization. If you can become that specialist, that person that people look at and go, oh, okay, so you guys have experience in doing this. You've done it for businesses like me. You've done it for people like me in the past, right? You've shown people exactly like me to be able to do this in the past, right? Because this is the one question that some people have. Have you done this for me or people like me in the past? Well, yeah, of course I have, right? I'm a specialist. This is what I specialize in. This is what I do every single day for people exactly like you. Exact same business, exact same whatever. Okay? So this is how you do it, right? 3 main areas of focus, right? And we cover all of this actually on our Warrior Scale sessions, right? So on our Warrior Scale sessions that we actually run them completely free. We don't run a lot of them every single week. I don't take a lot of them anymore as well. We've got our team that carry them now. However, on these sessions we look and we dive deeper into these 3 areas, because what it takes to really do this is a different level of thinking. And sometimes when you're in the business, you aren't quite, you miss things, right? You don't see things. However, when you speak out loud to them and you're speaking to someone else, you start to really get some discoveries on where things are at and what should be done in order to take it to a whole new level. We've got people in our 300 Mastermind program at the moment, right, that have looked, we've scoped out this model earlier in the week for people as well on how they can really niche this area of it down, really hyper target, attract and convert, and then also switch up the model and the pricing side to be able to bring cash flow in quicker, to be able to scale faster to this. And then what happens when you scale to this is that you've got more opportunities to make better decisions. We cover all of this on our Warrior Scale sessions as well. So I invite all of you, or these people here alive today, to book in a Warrior Scale session with us, where we'll dive a lot deeper into where you are right now, where you want to go, and then we'll put a plan in place on exactly what this model will look like for you, these 3 things, and we'll do it absolutely free. You might be saying, okay, why do we do this for free? Okay, what's the catch? Well, look, we understand that your true value is determined by how much more you give in value than you take in payment, right? And in saying that, we know that people that we do go through and plan this out, there's a small percentage of people that will say, how can you help us with this? And, there's usually around 4 out of 10 people that say, okay, cool, let's do something, right? Hence the reason why we do it for free. And I don't know, you guys might have been on things like this in the past and people have said, yes, this is what's done and everything like that. However, with us, it's exactly what we do. We put a foolproof plan in place absolutely every time we have a conversation with someone, and it's around these 3 areas, because really your success is our success. We've had people walk away from just our Warrior Scale sessions alone and get clients for their business without even needing us, right? And that's just all part of the legacy that we want to create here at Business Warriors as well. We want people to get results. We want, and even if that's just like, look at all these live streams we do, right? Like, people can just get results off our live streams. However, if we can really help you guys get some serious clarity on these 3 areas, that's what's going to help you guys grow faster and get towards these particular levels here by becoming a specialist rather than a generalist. So I invite you guys to book in a Warrior Scale session with us. I'll put the link into the comments as well so you guys can get access to that. It's pretty simple. Book in a session, find a time that suits you. We're going to be opening up even potentially some time slots over the weekend that you guys can jump into as well. So I'll put that link in here. But I'm going to also be taking some questions now as well. So any questions that you guys have, this is your opportunity to be able to ask those questions as well, right? Because I don't know, as I said, I don't want to just be an information person for you. I want to be a sounding board for you on these live streams too, so you can really start getting some different traction with what you're doing, help you think a little bit differently, maybe help you get some aha moments as well. That's all of this is for. So for you guys that have some questions now, I can run through a lot of this model with you right now as well to be able to help you get a little bit more clarity on that. So just let me know in the comments, what questions do you guys have, and how can I help support you guys to really start getting this, okay? Because that's what it's about. I just really want to help you guys start getting this, really getting it, and starting to get the results that you deserve, right? I want you guys to talk about us all to the people you know, right? That's what it's all about. So I just put that into the comments there, right? So you can jump on that as well, right? And book in a session. Find a time that suits you in the calendar. We've got a little bit of availability next week. Pretty sure, I think Friday's pretty full now, and weekend is open. I'm pretty sure I did open it as well, so you guys can grab access to that. But really, like, this is the process here, right, that you must go through. So if you're looking to get to 10, 20, even 30 grand a month, right, and you're looking to do it seamlessly through this process, as I said, it's a very simple process. It's not easy. Nothing is ever easy. It's a very simple process, though, that you can go through in order to scale fast, and we can just help you do that for free. All right, absolutely free. So what questions do you guys have? I'm going to answer those questions right now as well. What do you need help with? What are these 3 main areas that you're like, Jarrod, I need a little bit more clarity on this. What can I do personally around this? What do you suggest for me in my situation? Do you have a completely different question around the attracting and converting side, right? Do you have a little bit more of a concept around that? You'd like some more clarity around the model? Well, you need a little bit of help around the model. Just let me know. We can cover all this on the Warrior Scale session anyway. Just choose a time that suits you, and we will do that. Any questions at all? Hit me with those questions now, or forever hold your peace. Hit me with your questions, guys. What questions do you have around this particular part of it? Because, I mean, I've been doing this now for 6 years, okay? Growing a business online, right? I done no offline. I hate networking. I really do. I do it out of necessity, but I more so do it at events. So I'd more so prefer to, rather than do the traditional networking, I prefer to do it at paid events instead, right? So that's more me. I prefer to go to paid events. People have a very similar mindset, right? People that are looking to do things, move places, right? So that's how I do more of my in-person, offline networking. Apart from that, I just build everything online. And it's these 3 main areas that we focus a lot on to be able to help people. Obviously, we've got a few other little bits and pieces to it as well, which we do regularly around a lot of the tracks and convert and everything like that. But we can cover all that in a Warrior Scale session with you guys. The link's in the comments, so you can do that. What questions do you guys have? Hit me with them. If you don't have any questions, forever hold your peace, and we'll wrap this one up. All of you are pretty quiet today. I don't know whether it's my live stream not getting it all up properly. It might be my live stream. Oh, okay, here we go. Jumped on. Okay, hey Steph, welcome to the call today. Jumped in late. Are these lives on replay? I'm completely lost. I'm terrible on social media. That's okay. Some people are. I used to be the same. So I wasn't getting updates from you guys. There's a lot of comments in here. Wow. Okay, so let's have a look. So Steph said, do you recommend starting a Facebook community group before I launch my product to get my name out there? Okay. Before you launch your product, before getting your name, to get your name out there. Really, what that speaks to me is that you've created a product, you've got no clients yet, right? And your name is not out there yet. Therefore, I would also assume, right, I'm just assuming here, so you can correct me if I'm wrong, I would also assume that you don't have testimonials, you don't have people that have used your process, maybe, right? So before all of this, what I would look at doing is getting some case studies. So I'd be looking for 10 people that could use the product, give you feedback, and give you a video testimonial at the end once they've got results with your product, whatever the product is, okay? What this will do then is it will create assets for your business and enable you then to use that as marketing material to be able to show more proof and social proof through all of your campaigns that you'll create when getting your name out there. The question around the group, though, after that is definitely create a group, because Facebook do, they do love groups and they're favoring groups a lot more in the news feed. They've got a whole section of group news feeds now, so definitely go and create one of those. Great question. Love it. Great. And yes, the replays, there is a replay on the page. Everything stays on the page, all of our lives. Thanks for tagging me, Serena. I would have missed it. All good. Hey there, Ida. Welcome to the call. Hope you're doing amazing. Hey there, Joy. Hope you're doing amazing. Wicked. Any other questions any of you have that are here live today? I think we've got a few people in the background that I can't see. And that's okay. Hit us with your questions, guys. What other questions do you have around all of this? How can I serve you guys? What other questions do you have around me growing your business online, attracting, converting more clients, your business model, switching up your business model, that type of stuff to be more of a online product that you can scale quickly, how to become more of a specialist? If you got those questions, I'm happy to answer them. As you said, as you guys already know, we do get those answered every single day. Okay. I see Serena's also put our marketing blueprint in there too, so you guys can go and check that out. Sweet. All right, looks like that's everything for today. Let me just refresh this to make sure that we've definitely got everything. Okay, cool. So Steph's put, the Facebook group would be a parent support group. Yeah, 100%. Definitely have a parent support group. And I would name it something along those lines, and also maybe have your, I guess, I would put there as well, not only your, Facebook parent support group, but have it like, what's it support around? So have it more specific. So if someone starts searching on Facebook for a specific type of support, put down specifically what the parent support is for as well, right? So definitely start a group, but have it also as a thought around you got to think search engine as well. Facebook is a search engine as well. You can use it as a search engine, and I do use it as search engines from time to time. And, people will search for groups. So when people are searching for a group, think of your name of your group as a search engine, and it will come up as one of the high results for it. All right. So you always got to be thinking is, what would people search to find my group? Okay. Sweet as a nut. Well, that's it for today. I'll just do another quick little refresh just to make sure that I've got it all today covered. Well, for mums only to feel safe discussing their issues. Okay. Feelings. I have to literally refresh that every time to see the live feed come up today. I don't know why. So you could say, 100%. So you could have it as mother's support group, right? Sounds great. Fantastic. Cool. Wonderful work, Steph. Love it. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for everyone tuning in. I'm going to grab some lunch now. Lunchtime for Jarrod. Maybe we'll do livestream lunch for Jarrod or something like that as well. And I can eat and talk at the same time. And then you can have me for a little bit longer. That would involve a little bit more preparation. But if any of you wanted to come and cook for me, you could do that as well, right? So totally open to that. Awesome, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I just want you all just to remember one thing, really. If you do not fight for your own freedom, absolutely nobody else will. So every single day you must get out there. Every single day you must take action on what we talk about. Action on it. Book in a warrior scale session. It's in the comments. And remember to be the warrior. Follow the page for all future lives. Make sure you're seeing everything first, So there's a thing at the top of the page, like, and then follow, right? Make sure you're following it for everything so you get notified every time we go live. So at least you can be here and gather the information and you can start implementing. Be the warrior. Speak to you soon.